Right, let's get this rolling. Hey everyone, I'm Feather Monster, and you're here to see the NSL Season 4 Div 2 quarterfinals between RadicaL and Cheesecake. Should be getting started here at some point, or at least I think they have to do the coin flip still and figure out what map gets to pick the map and all that jazz. At least as far as I know. Anyway, obviously we have a reasonable number of people on the server, though suddenly, did we just lose a couple? I think we might have lost a couple. Anyway, people are on here. We got obviously Barend is our ref for this match. Um, yeah, we'll have to see how this goes. This is a quarterfinal, so it will be best of 5, which means 3 to win. Whoever's going to win the coin toss obviously gets to pick either the map or the side, and we'll see how that goes once it starts becoming obvious. Anyway, of course, this is an afternoon match, so I have a certain little bird in the background who may or may not end up making obnoxious amounts of noise. Hopefully not. And yeah, that's how things are gonna go here. Um, oh, sounds like Cheesecake is having issues with Mercs. Huzzah! Anyway, hopefully this will get started once they find somebody real quick. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, just as a random aside, I know I was having some sort of issues where at least some of the recordings that I've made of some of the casts haven't been showing up in my dashboard. And so I'm hoping that they're there because I really want to, have all these recordings all nice and saved for everyone. So hopefully I get that worked out. If not, I have all these recorded and I'll start uploading them to YouTube if that is absolutely necessary. So we will see how that goes. Um, so let's see, how many do we have on here? 4. Okay, we have two more for Cheesecake, their Merc, another Cheesecake, another RadicaL. This looks like we're missing one for RadicaL. Oh, there's the other RadicaL. So all of RadicaL is now here, and we've got yeah, we're still missing one for Cheesecake. So not so bad. Anyway, I'm thinking this should be a good set of matches. I mean, we'll see how it goes, though. Of course, when it's going across the two groups, it's a lot harder to tell, how things are going to go. It isn't, quite so obvious where you can go back and look at the previous stats and say, oh, yeah, so and so and so and so both played Team C, and, well, this one did good and this one did bad, thus, this one's gonna win, quite obviously. Um, I know that I was scrimming against Cheesecake last night, and they were doing pretty damn well. They pretty much were scrimming just about anyone who would stay put long enough to scrim them. I think they won almost all their rounds. I think they only lost one, so that's a really good showing if they play the same today as they did last night. It could be a very hard game for RadicaL then. But then again, I know RadicaL isn't exactly, a giant pushover. They're obviously in here because they won stuff. And I believe this is a middle bracket. I think this is a middle bracket, so they should theoretically be relatively close skill-wise as well. I think Cheesecake would be the higher seeded one. Sounds like it's all Mikon's fault. He's not here right now or not responding. That's always lovely. Well, hopefully they're able to get him to respond. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I know that besides this one, there's also, I think, is the frequency game going on? Frequency versus. Oh, is it AC? No, it's not ACV. That was versus Mr. I'll tab here and take a look. It's frequency versus power up is going on right now on Schwa's channel, as well as Go Reactor Core versus Table for Six on Kane's. Get a webcam. No, I don't want to get a webcam. I'm not that interesting. But yeah, it looks like at this point, RadicaL's lineup is Swalk, Muad'Dib, Total, Lev Steel, Sky Ice, and Nexon will be their lineup for this set. And it looks like we got Blue in as another Merc, so for Cheesecake, if I'm reading this correctly, so it'll be Fuglev, Blue, Lala, who is Iots from Elfir, Zaloko, Connie, and Boom. So hopefully that does indeed mean that we are going to be starting here very quickly. You guys having fun in chat there? I think you are. But yeah, I'm guessing that we probably aren't going to play on Descent just because, well, a lot of people do not like this map. I'm assuming that if Cheesecake picks the maps, we are definitely going to see Vale, I believe. And beyond that, I'm not exactly sure. I know they like Vale. So as I said, when it's their turn to pick a map, it's probably going to be Vale. I'm just going to throw that out there. It's probably going to be Vale. I knew I shouldn't have started my stream early. I always have this issue. I'm like, oh, I want to wait until like everybody's all set up, but I thought that we'd all get it going. But this is NS2. Why am I starting things early? It'll never happen early. But whatever. We'll see how it goes. I hope everybody's been enjoying the season so far. I mean, there's been some good games, and there's only just Premier left for the normal season. After that, it'll be playoffs for everyone. I know Div 4 is on to their semifinals, I think. And I think that there's only one or two more games, maybe, for Div 2 and 3 for his quarterfinals. Alright, yep, did I just see them say Vale? I totally just saw them say Vale. Yep, they said Vale. How about that Boom said Vale? It's almost as if I talked to them last night and know that they like Vale. So if RadicaL better be pretty strong at Vale if they hope to have a chance. If they're like, at all bad at winning those initial engagements on Vale, they're gonna have a hard time. Cause yeah, we'll just see how it goes. We're going to get the map changed here, and then I'm assuming right after that, since they do have everyone on their team here right now, that we should be getting going relatively soon. All right, the lovely world of pre-caching, where we'll be soon. Waiting for server. Obviously, I believe this is a US East server if I'm remembering correctly. So, it should be reasonable, as basically as equal pings as humanly possible. Yeah, okay, it's not perfect. Yeah, okay, the people from Europe have a slightly higher ping, and the people on the east coast of the US or Canada have a slightly lower ping. But overall, I think it's of course the most equal you can possibly get. And we'll have to see if they demand to, or if somebody demands to switch servers for the second half, or if we're just going to be staying on this one the whole time. Either one could potentially work, but I suppose it depends on what Cheesecake's like setup um, as far as location goes. Dude, if they have a lot of East Coast people, obviously then they can play on a European server, no problem. If they have a lot of West Coast people, well, then it starts getting painful. All right. So here we are on Vale, and they are, I believe, picking what side people get to be on, or something. I'm not quite sure. It's not quite as smooth as one would expect. All right. Looks like we're still waiting for one person to load in. It is a really nice feature there of showing who's connecting, or showing that somebody's connecting at least. One of the new things that theoretically is in NS2 Plus now, unless it's broken, is that, because I think somebody mentioned it, was that mine should now glow, so that'll be nice. Especially since they're so damn hard to see from up here in lovely spectate view. They are freaking tiny, at least comparatively, and don't have outlines. But, well, hopefully they do, so we will hopefully be seeing that soon. Okay, first one joining up, that'll be blue. There's Skies on the other side, so we'll get the lineups actually 110% confirmed here in a moment as soon as they join up. Of course, since we are playing on Veil, it will become, you know, hideously important for these first few engagements for Cheesecake to just wreck whatever aliens are there and maybe run into Nano. I wouldn't be surprised if they try that because they like playing risky and aggressive, so we'll see if that happens. Obviously, similarly, RadicaL will have to go and just kill some faces over in both East and West Junction to see if they can both stop the push from Cheesecake towards Nano and also see if maybe they could just, I don't know, maybe push into base and go for base rush if there is a really risky strat. It is, after all, something that can be done when Marines are all pushing for Nano and nowhere near control. That is a huge run, and if it's early enough in the game, you aren't going to have an obs up. That would be silly. Alright, Foodglyph's getting in the chair. Yep, so I think we're waiting. Whoop. Oh, never mind. They just got Mekon. Mekon has shown up, so though he didn't show up at first, we do have him now. So it looks like they do kind of have their roster that they'd been planning, maybe. So their now slightly modified roster is Foodglyph, Mekon, Boom, Connie, Zaloko, and Blue. And they all just abandoned Marine side. I'm very confused here. What's going on? So they're rejoining. Obviously, RadicaL is still missing one, but they currently have, as I said before, Swalk, Nexon, Muad'Dib, Total, and Sky Ice. Who's the one that's missing? I said their name earlier and I don't remember who it is now. But it looks like Cheesecake is just about ready, and once the last RadicaL guy shows up, we'll maybe be getting going here. Anyway, for those of you who are obviously at least planning or potentially planning to take part in whatever stuff is going to be going on after the season is complete, there are discussion threads up on the NSL forums where you could go and, you know, talk about what you think might be a good idea for the summer, because, you know, some people actually want to go off and do vacation stuff and whatnot. And, you know, maybe they could have, I know that a Nations Cup was maybe mentioned. I know that, you know, possibly draft tournaments and other small onesie-twosie short-term tournaments were also mentioned. So part of that is, okay, Lev Steel, that's who the other one was. But those kind of things were all mentioned, and I know that you know, it's like it depends partially on community interest. If there's anything that you think would be an awesome idea to, you know, spend time with during the summer, go mention it. Let's get some good things going for the summer. People get more things for me to cast, more things to play in, because that's always awesome. I know that the OzNS community has also set up to do a draft tournament. I'm not sure the dates, but if you go to the OzNS2 website, you can go and find that information there. It's like Cheesecake has readied up, so they are just about ready to go. But yeah, if nope, we're not. Anyway, if you are out, I think they opened it up for U.S. players at least, or North America, I guess. But I don't know if they are allowing anyone else. But if you're Australian or North American at the very least, you can go and check that out and see if you want to play in their draft tournament, which I believe I don't. As I said, I don't remember the exact dates for the tournaments and, you know, when applications are due and stuff. So just check out their website. It has all the information there. It's like the first post right on their page. The NSL site, not only do they have the stuff talking about the possible upcoming events for the summer, but there's also discussions, of course, about the comp mod and what changes can be made. There is a whole bunch of other potential changes posted that'd be put into action after the season is over. So go check that out, see what, what's there. I know that there's stuff about Marine Sprint, about uh, the timer countdown thingy for comms, jumping out of the hive and whatnot, whether or not that should be removed, or, stuff like that. Was there stuff about exos? I know there was stuff about flamethrowers, I think. There's a whole bunch of, it's a huge list, like always. So go check it out. Go see if there's anything that you think is disastrous or a really awesome idea. Obviously, they are, the whole thing is to make it so that the game is more interesting and, isn't just the same generic tech paths each time. Give everyone some more options and see how it goes. Make the games more interesting, more, I don't know, just different. Alright, so Love Steel is back now. So we have everyone on the server, but not readied up yet, so theoretically we may get started here soon. It's only 18 minutes after the proposed start time. That isn't too bad. This is 2 hours, or 2 hours? Yeah, 2 hours after it was originally going to be, but that isn't that bad. They did officially reschedule it, so it's not the end of the world. This is NS2. It can't start on time. Alright. So fingers crossed we will get this started relatively soon. I wish I could remember enough from RadicaL's play to see if I had any guesses for, what they'd be doing. But yeah, as I was saying, it's been a while since I've seen RadicaL's play. It's been like, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks since I played them, and a little bit longer, I think, since I casted them, maybe. I don't remember what order that went in. But either way, it's been a while, and so it's up to them. Anyway, they have readied up, so it's all on Cheesecake to ready up, and then we will get round 1 here of potentially 5, depending on how these first 3 go. And we'll see how it all is. Looks like everybody's moving. Oh, there we go. There is the ready. Or nope, never mind. Just kidding. It just was 2 lines and started with Cheesecake, so I freaked out for a moment there. Sorry about that. Anyway, I think everybody's pretty much alive and moving, so hopefully they are just going over strats and we'll be readied up soon. If not, it's 20 minutes to forfeit. Oh no. I doubt we will see that happen though, considering everybody seems to be alive and functional. I know this is probably like the most exciting part. Don't you guys all agree? All right, there we go. There's the ready up from Cheesecake. So 15 seconds into round 1. And we will hopefully be seeing some great games here from both teams. So let's see how this all works. 3 seconds to go. All right, we have a pipe start for RadicaL. See here if they go for looks like no gorge, so they are just gonna go running out of there. Looks like they're power building. I'm assuming that's an arms lab beneath the giant pile of Marines. It was. Looks like they're gonna send 4 over to Topo. There's probably gonna be 1 build and 3 push towards Nano. But there are 3 there, Muad'Dib, Left Steel, and Total over there waiting just to see what happens. They are probably going to... Muad'Dib should be able to... I don't know whether he'd be able to actually hear them, but he definitely can see them. And I know Total probably just got a good glance there of all these 3 Marines moving towards him, flinging bullets at him practically. Didn't really get chipped though, so he's able to get a parasite there off on Boom. But Ziloko, Boom, and Blue are just gonna go, and as I said, they're just gonna move right into Nano. There isn't anything there except for assist, so they just totally waste Total. And Muad'Dib gets picked off. Now it's probably gonna be next and next. Nope. Yep, there we go. All 3 skulks cleared, and there are 3 Marines now in Nano. And they're just going to start on the power there. Skies is like pushing towards Topo, where there is Connie over there. Swak just took out. Looks like Mekon over there in Skylights, and they're already losing that RT. Did it get built? It didn't even get built. It's not recycled yet, though, either, so that'll be a loss of res there for sure. Over here, we have 3 skulks going into Topo. Connie able to take down, looks like Total, but they are able to clear him out and go after that RT. Looks like Muad'Dib's pushing forward, going to maybe get a Parasite there on Mekon. Does get the Parasite. He's really chipped, though, so he's going to get just, yeah, pistoled down, no problem. They have 2 they're just waiting in Nano. They're just holding that. Sky is taking down Mekon. It's like Blue's in there. Does get so little health there. It'd be like a Parasite or something and he'd be dead. Anyway, armor 1 is up, so this will help them hold it for sure. They're just gonna get their RTs up and, well, freaking RadicaL better just get all the other res and just call it good, because Zloko's in there just waiting around the corner, just camping. Getting some Parasites in there, and here goes 3 skulks in to clear out Zloko. They are able to take him out, and they will go and immediately start on the power there to try and take that back. However, they have Blue and Mekon moving through east, and they will be there momentarily. That power, it'll be low. I don't know if they're actually, no, they're not going to be able to get it. They are able to take down Blue, but Mekon it's going to be Mekon versus Total there. And if he lands the pistols, which he does, he is able to save that. That power node is down to 20%, but it's pretty much fine. They can just clear the cysts. And they don't have an armory up, though, obviously. Looks like that just got dropped. Yeah, so they don't have a welder in there yet. So if they go in and are able to bite down that power, it'll take them quite a bit longer. Anyway, Connie is going to get picked off by Swalk and Sky Ice, and then they are possibly going to go over and try and take down Mekon, who's hiding at the back of the room. They're able to take him down, and now they're going to go and finish that power. Zloko's around the corner, but then again, so is Total. So Zloko's just kind of pinched over there between them. Sky is just starting to work on the RTs. Zloko moving in, along with Boom. Left Steel's moving up behind them, and they are going to go and it looks like possibly take down Boom first. Nope. Total obviously has very low health, so did not go in there. The power is down, however, it looks like Blue is going to be coming in there with a welder. Obviously courtesy of that thing over there. Over here we have Swalk up on the Skylights RT. And over here, Muad'Dib almost about to take down the one there in Topo. Mekon's going to come around the corner here. He takes a couple shots there at the RT, but, you know, Swalk is up in the vent already. Looks like we had a little bit of a standoff down here in Overlook. Connie versus Total. Total goes into the vent, and Connie will probably pick him out of the vent here because he is at about half health. Oh, just a sliver left there on him. So he and Swalk are kind of stuck there in the vent. Left Steel over in the vent over here on by Topo. Power is back up in Nano, taking a quick look. They have lost 2 extractors, but all things considered, not too bad. They have plenty of res so far, and they are and Cheesecake is dominating on the kills so far as well. Obviously not the most important thing, but hey, guess what? Lurks are up. We have Sky Ice up as a lurk. Gonna run into Zloko, then move in for a couple bites, down to about, what, a little under half health, so we'll have to go heal over there. Boom's gonna work on the RT here in C12. Well, meanwhile, we have Left Steel and Blue dancing around the one in Topo. Left Steel is going to probably be taken down here. Yeah, there we go. So that RT is fine for the most part. Blue can go over, weld it a little bit to get some armor back and call it good. Oh, it wasn't even built yet. Well, he can build it and then weld it. Whatever. Anyway, Boom takes down somebody there in C12. The RT is desisted at this moment, so it is in trouble. Sky Ice moves in there, gets a couple good bites, but is... Yeah, definitely was a good idea to get out of there because Blue and Mekon were moving in from the north, and that could have ended very badly there for Sky Ice. Looks like we will be seeing Swalk up as another lurk, I think. Yep, there's the other lurk. So both lurks up now. So they only have 1 extractor left there in Nano, and it's only Blue in there. So if they go, they might be able to take them down. Anyway, Mekon is possibly going to be bitten down by Swalk, but it looks like he got meted at just the right time there. Total's able to take him down, and now Sky Ice and Total are going to move in after Blue. The RT has been redropped, but obviously not built yet. And Blue's got a nice shooting gallery going down both these hallways. And here comes Connie to back him up, so that'll be a lot better, a lot easier for them to hold it. Looks like we have somebody down here. That'd be Zloko, who is pushing towards cargo to probably pick off that RT. Shotguns have been started, and with a combination of armor one, weapons one, that'll definitely be somewhat worrisome for the lurks, depending on how they play. Oh, we just see Sky Ice go down, though. He just flew in there a little bit too early, it looked like. They're going to take down Blue, but that isn't exactly the best trade in the world. They're going to possibly lose at least one of those extractors. It isn't built yet, so there's that. But if they have 3 Marines converging on this general vicinity, Zloko is the only Marine in there. But Swalk is down to about half health. He's going to fly right into Mekon, and boom, and it gets out of there with, what is that, 20-something%? One extractor down, it hadn't been built, so that was pretty good there, but they still have the one up there that has been up and has been at half health pretty much the entire time in the relatively recent past. They are up to, Cheesecake is up to 6 extractors, and they are finally going on mines. They are quite a distance from Fades, obviously. The highest one, so they're being at 29 res, so that isn't going to, it's going to be a while before they are able to go and do some major damage. It looks like there was just a fight there in C12, and Swalk had to back out at about half health. They're going to get the Crag right around the wall there to help support everything on the other side of the wall. But it looks like they are probably going to lose that C12 RT. Blue is just emptying all his bullets into it. But they didn't... Oh, that was pretty good there. They did not lose it. And it's just barely... It must be just barely on the range of that Crag. I don't think I can... Yeah, I can't click on it to see the range. But it just barely must be on there. It's like Levsteel's going to go poke at base and see what's up. See how that goes. They do have a gate up now in Nano, along with some mines. So they're putting mines everywhere. You can hear them. I hear them. Maybe that's down in Nano. Yeah, okay, you can see the outlines on the mines. That's pretty nice. Just too bad it's a blue room. Now, Ikani is going to go down there. It did take down one of the skulks, but there are still 2 left, and they're going to lose the top ORT, which is definitely good for them. We got Boom over there with a shotgun. He's going to... Swalk is... It's really lucky that Boom did not shoot him in the face. And they are going to lose that Crag and the RT, most likely. Swalk playing a little bit dangerous. Just flying right out next to Boom, who has his shotgun. Levsteel moving in, trying to get a couple bites on Boom, but there are 3 Marines over there, so that's pretty much doomed for everything that happens to walk their way. Modib's working on some RTs over here, and it looks like we're going to have a couple... Oh, Zaloko over there. And Sky Ice just kind of running through, you know, I mean, yeah, there's 2 Marines there, both with shotguns, so there isn't much a single skulk can do unless the Marines really mess up. So it looks like there goes Armored 2, so that will be helping them out. And it looks like they're just going to start pushing into the hive and putting a lot of pressure in there. They might end up shooting for the upgrades, but at this point they're probably just going to waste time while they get more res and get to tech up more. And only it'll be a little while before they're able to get that Armor 2 up, so at this moment, I mean, they get to waste time and maybe pick off a lurk if the lurk, which would be Swalk, you know, does something dumb. They also picked the cysts there, so that way they could they could take out the base harvester. But stuff is blinking up here. It looks like there was a skulk up there. Or maybe 2. Not the hugest deal. Skulks everywhere, their corpses flying all over the screen. But not really much damage done. All they need to do is put down a couple more mines, and that's pretty much, that'll be it. Looks like Boom and Mekon do have to back out. They are down to very low T-res at this particular moment. But hey, Fades were able to get up, though Levsteel almost flashes. He's going to have to go back and heal, and Total will be up as a Fade as well here in a moment. Looks like everybody did get cleared out of that hallway. They were, as you can see, very low on T-res, down to 4. For a little bit there, they were at 0. So that was a lot of meds that got used to try and waste that time. They did take down the base harvester, as you can see, but it looks like we're going to have 3 going up here towards base. There'll be 2 Fades and the Lurk at this point. So Levsteel, Total, and Swalk. But they've been scanned down, so whatever push they might have been contemplating is pretty much not going to happen. They have Zaloko, Mekon, and Boom that may be heading over that way. Getting some good shots there on Swalk. And Levsteel gets down to about half health, and we'll have to go through the vent there. Total moving in for a couple swipes. Sounds like a reasonably good hit there on Swalk, though it didn't take off too much of his health. They're just going to back up. There was a bone wall there to... prevent them from, I think it was to split somebody, but the person was dead at that point. And we got Boom and Zaloka moving back towards Nano, and Left Steel was just kind of poking forward a little bit, but decided to not engage those two shotgunners. Not much going on elsewhere. They are up there. You could see that Cheesecake's had a pretty good grasp on the RTs at this whole point. And so we got another push here on Nano. There are mines in there, which have gone boom at this point. But speaking of boom, he is currently dead at the moment, so it's up to Ziloko and Blue. Sorry about that. They are able to push that out. No life forms lost at this point. So they can just re-engage later. They do have, looks like Moadib is up to 38th at this point, so... Oh, but there goes Swalk. Right down there in about the vent, I think. I think that's part of the vent right there. Floating in the sky. Left Steel moving in for a swipe there. He almost go... Oh, he does go down. Just kidding. Left Steel goes down after trying to take a couple passing swipes at Blue and boom. Total's the next one in there, but he better watch out because he knows that his fellow Fade just went down to those two. It was probably a really bad idea to just try and pass by them, especially since he did get a good first swipe there, and then he just keep going down a nice long hallway where they have pretty good line of sight, all things considered. So anyway, Blue and Boom are just going to work on that RT. Meanwhile, up here, it looks like we have a couple Skulks versus Mikan. And Moadib gets welded down. Looks like he was... So we got Boom and Blue now moving up towards Dome. They do have a system gate with some nice mines on it, and they may end up trying to move forward the Nano gate. Total's just waiting in the vent, but since he has regen, they can probably hear him, no problem. They just don't care. They're just going to go in there and take down Sky Ice, potentially. Or turn around and start shooting at him. But there are a bunch of Skulks in there, so they're able to take out both Blue and Boom. Not too much problem. Not too much of a problem. They did just finish charge. I'm kind of surprised we don't see Metabolize, though. That probably would have been good for the Fades. But at this point, with only one Fade, they may end up wanting something else. I don't know. It depends on how well they think their Fades are going to do with and without it. Just some Skulks splitting up here to go bite down some RTs. They haven't been doing too bad. 10 RTs down in 13 minutes. Looks like that was Mikan just getting cleaned up there. He did lose the shotgun, however, Boom is right there to cycle it. So that should be no problem for him. We have RTs blinking all over this side of the map, and it looks like Blue versus Sky Ice over here in Skylights. And does take down Sky Ice. Overlook just went down. It looks like we're going to have Canny versus Swalk down here in Sub. I'm not sure whether or not we're going to be seeing another lurk up at this point. We do still have, obviously, Total up as Fade. And they're just going to converge on Mikan, who's still an LMG, so they're just potentially at least going to take him down, and he does die. Looks like they do have cat packs, I believe, so I think that purple means that he had a cat pack at that particular moment in time. Looks like Total makes a bad choice there to run into two guys with shotguns, to be Boom and Ziloko. Cat pack out on Boom, so he's chasing down the lurk. That's a really nice, also new feature. Left Steel working on the RT. Here comes Mikan. Both the guys, though, down in the neck are cat-packed. They're going to start working on the gate there. That'll, as I said, probably moving up. Possibly Nano Gate. Ziloko has, like, no health, but somehow he is still alive. All he needed was a spike from Sky Ice to go down. That gate is still at about half. It's getting spiked down by Sky Ice at this point, who obviously did relurk. Is there something wrong with my game volume is not on mute. It's just kind of low. I can adjust it a bit later. Anyway, we got Sky Ice running for his life back to the hive. Boom, getting some good shots on the Skulks there. And that gate is up, however... Oh, Boom does go down there. Oh, he got killed by Ziloko! So they just cleared out the Marines there, and they're just going to melt that gate if they can, you know, not have a Marine jump out and shoot them all in the face. So that gate is going to go down, and they did lose the gate there, and they'll possibly... I don't know, the power's already down to half, so that shouldn't be too hard to get to remove. Anyway, they got Blue versus Total down here, and it looks like Canny is also going to be coming into the room. So it looks like Total does not have very much energy, and he may get picked off down this hallway, but he is able to escape just if he'd been a little bit later, Zoloco could have shown up right there in the dome hallway and just picked him off. Yeah, I can adjust the volume a little bit more and see if that will help at all. It's actually reasonably comfortable sounding for me, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, Total is in a little bit of a world of hurt, but he is able to get through the vent. Mikan probably getting, if he hadn't been delayed by the skulk, he might have been able to go and take out that fade. They both lurks back up, obviously, which would be Swalk and Sky Ice, and they are. Let's see, where's the guy who's Onos? That'd be. Oh, where did Total just die? Where did that just happen? Dang it! Oh, it was up here. There's his corpse. So I just missed that, but it looks, yeah, they're going to get a dome gate instead. Slightly safer than the neck. They did move up the system gate, which is a little bit different than I was expecting, but it looks like, are they going to be going to base? Looks like they are going to be, nope, they split up. Why are you doing that, guys? Either go to base or don't go to base. Do something. Now you got Mikan, Connie, and Boom all down here outside the hive. But here comes the group of all the aliens moving towards their base. But guess what? Since the base gate is pretty much right there, they're able to just go and just shotgun everything to death. So now Swalk and Sky Ice are they're just going to get slowly chipped away until they have to get out of there, which is what happened. We have Boom and Mikan down there, both with cat packs, both with shotguns, down there yeah, it is weapons too. They're just killing everything, or doing their best to do so. Gonna start working on the shells there. The first shell will probably go down here in a moment once they get a little reload a couple of shells and their shotguns. Second one about to get melted. They still have a reasonable amount of res. They can definitely hit that egg button quite a few times to make everybody respawn. So it could be that the spawn wave may be enough to clear them out. It looks like maybe they may converge on Mikan here and pick him out. Okay, Boom will be the next one go, and that'll be 2 shotguns that they will be unable to recover, but they have plenty of P-res on Connie and Zoloco at least. And they have enough RTs that it might not be enough. It might not be a problem. Dome Gate obviously disappeared while I was watching the other section of the map, but they have 3 just waiting. There goes the Dome Gate being dropped again. Nobody wants to poke their head through that doorway because they're just going to get melted by 3 shotgunners. Anyway, there they are. They're getting the Dome Gate back up. Swalk is poking his head around the corner, getting shot at by Mikan. Didn't get many shotgun pellets there, but that isn't the end of the world. Anyway, it looks like here comes the final push here towards the base. And I don't think that at this point they're going to be able to hold out for the remaining 2 minutes that would be necessary for them to get the Onos. Anyway, here comes the 4 of the Marines. Boom, Connie, Mikan, Zoloco, all with cat packs, all with shotguns, just trying to kill everything. One lurk down. All that's left is Sky Ice. Boom is around the corner, though. He's out of line of sight, so if he doesn't get back with his crew, he's going to go down. Well, maybe. It looks like he's getting a majority of the med packs, but now he is not. Sky Ice is getting almost die, but he gets around the corner there. He comes up behind these guys, but that health, though. Zoloco goes down. Here comes Blue to, oh, there goes Sky Ice down finally. Here comes Blue to join them up, join with the rest of the Cheesecake guys. And they're just going to keep on melting that hive, and it's down to 13% already, obviously. And that will be gone here in a moment. And there we go, first round of Cheesecake. So a good start there on the first round. As I said, as I mentioned earlier, it is, I believe, Cheesecake's favorite/best map. So we'll have to see how they do as aliens, if they have equal luck or equal skill, of course. And let me just mute for one moment here. Alright, sorry about that. Let me see here. Somebody was saying that my game volume is low. I'll turn it up a little bit. I don't want to make it too high because obviously that's the setting that I use like all the time. No, I obviously do not have the video. Oh, I do! But wait, no, it should be okay anyway. There we go. Well, now it's back to normal, so it had a slight delay. I wish I'd noticed that earlier. No wonder stuff sounded weird earlier. That like fractional delay, but it should be set up so that I'm seeing it anyway, or sound anyway. Yeah, I just don't keep my game volume that loud. So anyway, we're obviously waiting here for round 2. Or somebody bouncing around so we can listen to them. Somebody do something. There we go. I'm hoping that'll be good enough. Alright, good timing for me to alt-tab back in. 15 seconds until round 2 here. So hopefully that volume will be enough. I did turn it up, I don't know how much, but I'll obviously be frustrated later when I forget to turn it back down and suddenly everything's loud. So here we go, round 2, Cheesecake versus RadicaL. We've got a cargo start for Cheesecake. Looking up here at RadicaL, let's see what they are going to be doing. It's like getting the hell out of base, and they will have... Come on, are you gonna do armory or arms lab? Anyway, we have 4, it looks like somewhere between 3 and 4 skulks all going over here towards Topo. Oh, second IP, okay. That isn't what I was expecting, you guys are just trying to troll me. Anyway, we got Sky Ice and Swalk building stuff over here in Topo. Sloko and Blue over there just kind of waiting. Looks like we just had a skulk or 2 go down on the Skylight side of things, potentially. It's Left Steel Total and Modib all on that side. And all that's left over here is Loco. Oh, there's Canny, just kind of hiding in the vent right around the corner. Probably waiting for them to come up so he can come and try and flank them if they do try to push Nano. But they don't have enough on that side where they'd be able to do that efficiently, I don't think. Got Left Steel in total down here in the system. And here comes all of the skulks. Like all of them, almost. Left Steel, the only Marine left standing. He is able to pick off Blue. Or no, wait, just kidding. Mekon managed to pick off Blue. Good job, Mekon. Anyway, there's still 3 skulks left in general nano vicinity. They are just going to go and cap C12, and it looks like also go to cap Overlook. Modib's got that. At this point, we'll see how it goes. Obviously, they decided against the crazy, you know, be hyper-aggressive strat that Cheesecake had used. Left Steel's all alone here, but he has a nice line of sight, so that it'll take a little bit for Boom and Canny to be able to engage him. Looks like Blue's going to come and back him up, but they also can't flank either, because Muad'Dib's over there in Overlook. Looks like somebody might be trying to do that. Canny's just hiding. He's going to pop out from below and go over there and try and get a good bite. Oh, he almost got Left Steel. He had like 2 HP left or something ridiculous. Anyway, Muad'Dib's down there in system. And he just went and, you know, was killing cysts. Here comes Blue. He's going to come over there and see if he can take him down. Looks like they did lose the res there in Topo. So see if that happens. Looks like we have Mekon waiting up there on the ceiling. He's going to just fall down on Total's head and rip it off. Boom took out Left Steel, it looks like, over there in Skylights, and is going to work on that RT. So that will maybe go down over here. Unless Total runs the heck over there and is able to pick off Boom really quickly. Looks like we have 2 actually Marines going down towards cargo at this point. Oh, he is able to take him out. Good job, Total. That's a serious good job, not a, like, you know, sarcastic good job, obviously. Sky Ice and Swalk just working on the cargo RT to see if they can pull the skulks back. Looks like they are going to do that. Here comes 4 of them, all brought back to cargo to clear out both of them. Sky Ice kills Swalk, and then the rest of them die. Looks like they did take down one of the skulks, though. Muad'Dib's just moving back towards system. They do have armor 1 here, or will in just a fractional second. Okay, more than fractional. A couple seconds. Whatever, they've almost got that. It's 20 res, so we should see... Looks like, yep, Mekon is up his lurk, and so is Blue. Muad'Dib's gonna get some pistol shots there on Connie, but Zloka would probably be the better one to try and pick off, but he's under the floor right now. And he's gonna just pop up and just, once he decides on a side, he's gonna pop up and get chipped, apparently. So I don't know whether he didn't know Muad'Dib was hiding around the corner. He is not parasited, so there was that. Here comes Blue. Zloka, come on, you should move in and get that guy. Maybe? Okay, they do finally clear him. We have 2 Marines, though, which have now moved into Nanogrid. We have Total and Sky Ice. Blue takes a lot of damage there, but, I mean, they do have the Crag. And they did go Crag Hive, so they can start off the heal wave thingy going and delay them longer. Zloka's just watching, maybe going to get a Parasite or 2 on those guys. Total is now Parasited, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, here we go. Mikan is now also moving towards the Nanogrid area, and... oh, let's see. Let's take a quick look here. Here comes Blue as well. Blue is going to move over and immediately try and take down Skies, changes his mind, takes out Total. Now, Skies, they're going to lose one of those 2 Harvesters at the very least, but it looks like the Crag will be keeping the other one alive, no problem, especially since they just are resisting. Boom, goes down to Muad'Dib, but Muad'Dib goes down to Blue, so that has been pretty well cleared out, and once that has been resisted, that'll, you know, they'll be able to take that back again. Blue just takes out Swalk there in a pipe. They do have a whip up there to help, you know, delay that and prevent harassment. They're going to have to resist it. Not the biggest deal. Both lurks here over in C12. It looks like most of the Marines are on the left side of the map. They've been keeping, you know, pretty good res there for RadicaL at about, you know, 4-ish, 5-ish RTs, give or take. I don't know why both the lurks just backed out. They could take out a single LMG, no problem, but Muad'Dib is like running over. He does have a shotgun. Shotguns are out. It was only weapons 1, armor 1, but they are... I think that delay cost them the ability to wipe out that one Marine and possibly take down a shotgun, depending on how well they landed bites and spikes and stuff. They're taking out quite a bit of res. Skulks all over the place. Looks like we do have the 3-man push over towards Nano. They're a little bit ahead of their, you know, the rule of thumb for 1 extractor down a minute. Swalk actually breaks line of sight there from a shotgunner buddy, which would be Muad'Dib. But Blue wasn't able to do enough damage to take Swalk down before Muad'Dib was able to round that corner and get in there. Zloka's going to push forward. And... nope, just dance around there. Dance around the Crag. Waste a lot of bullets. Swalk ran out of bullets there, and oh, they may take down Muad'Dib. They may lose that shotgun there in Nano. If Blue lands just enough spikes, but does not, he's able to get meted and rushes out of there. Looks like, was that no, it wasn't Canny. It was Zloka that just, like, tried to go face tank the shotgunner. The shotgun does get retrieved by Sky Ice, who's backing up towards east. They're going to hold that for now, it looks like. Recapping all over the map. But of course, the most interesting stuff is going down in the Nano vicinity. Still have Sky Ice just camping around the corner, just waiting to see what's going to happen. But Mikan's going to work over here in C12, so pretty much in no danger from Sky Ice at this point. Swalk is going to join him there in east, and it'll be interesting to see if they actually go try to just arc out Nano, or if they're just going to ignore it at this point. They do have 4 RTs up, so they could theoretically, well, they'll have 5 here in a moment. But there's the obs, so we'll probably see something starting up there, whether it be a gate and then an arc factory or what. But at this point, they're at 32 res. They are only 3 res, so less than a minute at this point from seeing the Phage show up on the field. And if they aren't able to you know, do some damage here, maybe take down a lurk, maybe take down Blue, but there's nobody pinch him. Swalk is a little bit too late around the corner, isn't able to go and make that happen. Connie's just sneaking up the hallway. But Blue's over there in Nano now, where there is the Crag. He will be perfectly fine. Mikan just cruising along. He will I don't know. We'll see if he decides to go over there. Oh, well, Blue. What? Why'd you have to die when I was looking at Mikan? Anyway, it looks like Total and Levsteel just melted him, and here comes Mikan. I thought he would be safe because there is the Crag in there, but they're going to immediately just wreck that Crag and go after the Drifter and the Whip. So that was not the lurk I was expecting to die. Alright, down here we've obviously got 2 guys working on... oh! Just kidding, we have a bunch of... we have Boom and Mikan there on the arms lead. The arms lead is down to 1%. They are able to save that. That was nice, guys. Very good clear there from Levsteel, Swalk, and Sky Ice, I think, when they're ones closest to it. So we'll give them the credit. It has been desisted there in Nano, but look, that'll be easy enough to resist. There's stuff blinking everywhere. We got blue down there on that res. Looks like that one on Overlook just got cleared. Total's over there with a shotgun, split up from Wadib. So if they're able to take out either one of those, that'll be bad. Because losing shotguns, not happy. Mikan's just going to cruise right along. Both, or at least one of the fades is up. We got Boom up as a fade somewhere. There he is. He's just going to cruise on over there. Swalk and Sky Ice are over there in the vent. That is not a good engagement at all. And so Swalk goes down in the vent there. His shotgun is doomed. Actually, they might be able to recap that, especially with the Lurk busy at the moment. Got Total recapping and Blue just kind of creeping along the outside. Looks like Zoloko is up as the other fade. Phase Tech has finally been started. As well as Weapons 2. So Muad'Dib is over here and Total over there, and if they'd been together, they could clear stuff out. Total gets a good... Whoa, Boom! Where did he just die? He just died over there. I was watching the other fade. Really, guys. Anyway, he just got melted. That is bad for Cheesecake. They are down to one fade and one lurk. Okay, sure, at this point, Blue can almost re-lurk, but that's bad for with Boom dying, because he is definitely one of their better players at this point. I think we could take a look at the scoreboard in a moment once this engagement is over. Assuming Zoloko does not die, he is low on energy, low on health, and there isn't anyone down there, so he should be able to get clear. Take a quick look. Yeah, as you can see, Boom is one of the, at least at the moment, one of the highest, well, he has the highest score. I think a lot of people would agree he is one of their better players. But he is back to being a skulk with 0 health at the moment, practically. Swalk is just over there recapping again, taking a look at this. 15 RTs down of RadicaLs. That's pretty dang good res biting from Cheesecake. But RadicaL is definitely holding in there, but Swalk is about to lose his shotgun to Mikan and Zoloko unless somebody appears out of nowhere, or he almost kills Zoloko. So definitely, they better watch out. They can't afford to lose another life form. Yeah, sure, they're on 4 RTs, but if they lose those life forms, that's bad. Okay, Mikan can lose his lurk at this point and just re-lurk. That's not the end of the world, but we'll see how that goes. This guy is just clearing up a skulk over there. Looks like Swalk is going to go down there and take out the RT in pipe, potentially, but we got both the fade and the lurk over here in the sort of nano/dome east area connector gadgetry. We'll see how that, whether they're going to get a gate up. It looks like they, since the power is socketed, we probably will see a gate, and they may go for the sort of safe but slow strat, or the generally safe but slow strat of just arcing it. There isn't anything really in there though, so if they're able to chase out Zoloko and just hold off the skulks, they may just be able to hold to take it out without arcing. They are down to 2 Marines here on this one side, and both the Fade and the Lurk and the Skulk, which would be Canny over there, are all still alive and functioning. Looks like Boom is going to go over there and flank them, but I think Levsteel did probably see him. So he's able to get, Boom is able to take down Levsteel, and Muad'Dib goes down as well, so -1 shotgun. And they have there's a lot of green on this map. Taking a look, this whole like lower chunk of the map, whoops, didn't mean to click, but okay, there was another RT going down. Swalk is getting chomped down by Mikan. But yeah, there's like a whole chunk of this map that is all green. They do have almost 5 RTs now for Cheesecake, and but there's almost 4 for RadicaL, but that one did not get built quite, so that'll probably hopefully get recycled so they don't lose all that RT, or all that res for that RT, but it does get bitten down. Another push here into East. No shotguns this time as far as I can see. Levsteel, let's see. Oh, he does have a shotgun, so he's going to be probably just watching and waiting. He accidentally throws his shotgun. That's never a good thing when there's a lurk right around the corner. Got another fight going on the other side of the map with Fade. He's fine. There goes the gate getting set up now. Mikan taking a little bit of chip damage. Not enough to re-engage, especially when there are 2 other Marines that have LMGs there and able to pick them off at a much greater distance than the shotguns. What just happened to Sky Ice? Something silly happened to Sky Ice. Is that something with the Fade? Zoloko's over there. Maybe, yep, he does take down RadicaL. Got Muad'Dib pushing into Nano. There is a whip in there now, along with the crag, which is obviously keeping everything nice and healthy. Got Mikan and Zloko showing up as well. They take down one Marine, totals the next target. They're able to get both of those life. Oh, there goes Mikan. Mikan down. They do have an Ono sub though. Canny is down here. He just recently hatched, it looks like. Give or take a little bit of time. They're just, I don't know, to a certain point it's stalled. And when stuff stalls, that means the aliens get more res for their life forms, and that's always bad. But of course, and whoever that was Total that just like went solo into nanogrid. It looked like, so that's bad. Here it looks like we're gonna have a small push here onto east. One skulk down, but there's still a fade and the Onos. Modib is there, but he has just an LMG, and the LMG versus a fade, unless he did something amazing, yeah, he died. So here goes the east gate, and that'll be losing a reasonable portion of their map control. However, there is the fact that they did get a system gate up. So they're trading one gate for the other, kind of. And may end up being positionally better depending on what they end up wanting to do with it. Cheesecake is still on one hive, though they could easily drop another. I think that at this point, once they clear the guy out of pipe, Nikon actually decided to go for fade. Yeah, Nexon did just give a GG there for RadicaL. And that would be round 2 for Cheesecake. So a few life form deaths there, but maybe not quite as strong as their, potentially not quite as, decisive as their their Marine victory, especially considering they just, rushed into Nano and took that. But still, pretty good play there from Cheesecake. And RadicaL got some good kills, so we are on.
Beautiful fade kill, Mikan. That was the best, man.
Did he get killed by, no, I have to go look. I don't think it's good anywhere in my... Oh, yeah. Did Mikan actually kill Boom with spikes as a fade? I am going to have to go back and look at that, because I obviously was not watching that part of the map when that happened. I just saw that the announcement that Boom had died. So, if that's what happened, whoops. Okay, looks like we're going to be swapping to another server. I don't know quite where yet. I don't think that the London servers are currently functional, so we will see where we are exactly going. And then what map we are going to be playing. Because again, I have no idea what these guys are going to pick. Obviously, since this is a playoffs match, it is up to them to decide. We have not been assigned it by Zephyrim, so on the one hand, you cannot say blame Zephyrim if you do not like the map selection. Or hashtag blame Zephyrim. Because that's the stylish thing to do, I suppose. So hopefully we will get another map here in a moment. I kind of wish that Cheesecake had gone and secured the other hive spot at some point. It looked like system was pretty much ready to go. I think that they pretty much had system ready to, or not system, sub. Yeah, that thing, subsector. Too many things with sub. But yeah, I think that sub was pretty much ready to go there for them to drop the hive. But not quite there. They did decide to GG. I think it wasn't looking too good there. If they'd been able to pick off the other fade before the Onos came out, I think that might have been a different story. They kept an okay grasp on their RTs. I mean, at least overall net value, they had a pretty good grasp on the RTs, but just not quite enough. That lagging behind just enough to make it so that they're just slowly going to lose and die. All right, so we are trying to figure out the server. Maybe, possibly. How to server. I guess I should wait a bit before asking how the sound was. So, hey guys, how was the sound? Is it better? Is it worse? Alright, so it looks like we're going to be switching to a different server. I'm kind of thinking I want to wait on people to switch so that I don't have to go finding it on the server list. Why is it not showing a join thing? All right, should be joining up theoretically. Theoretically, I am joining them. All right. So this could very well be the last round. If Cheesecake is able to um, take out this another Marine victory, because I believe that's what they're going to be starting as. If they're able to take the other Marine victory, then it's all over and they will have won. After this, it is all on RadicaL to win rounds. If they want to stay in this, if they want a chance to go to the semifinals, it's all on RadicaL. They have to win everything. If they don't win everything, well, then it's a good try. So obviously we are not going to be playing Veil again. I don't know who's going to pick map, so somebody will at some point, and you'll get going for the second one. At some point. Potentially. Obviously, since we have to wait for everybody to join up again, it'll be a little bit. Exactly, getting to that point where I'm talking about blame Saffron. I'm not quite sure what we will be seeing here. Obviously, the most likely things just from the fact that, you know, they get played the most, it might be Tram or Summit. But, who knows, maybe it's surprises and pick Zombie. Actually, just go into spec and just fly around because it's fun. Alright! It looks like we are going to see John B. How about that? Okay! I'm okay with that. So John B, of course, can make for some very interesting games. It's a nice, big, confusing, and not symmetrical map. And definitely it was one of those things when I actually started playing it. I mean, yeah, you see it. If you don't actually play on Zombie much, it just feels totally different when you're actually down in the map itself. I mean, I watched a lot of games on Zombie before I actually got to play around on it, and just it was totally different. I don't think that the top down does it justice for just how different and abstract stuff looks in comparison from the sky to the overview from to the actual in the map thing. And if anybody watching isn't, you know, a competitive player, because I think most of the competitive players have at this point played on Zombie quite a few times between actually, you know, playing season games on it or doing pugs or gathers on it to you know, I mean, sure, sometimes it shows up in pubs, but it's not particularly often. But if you haven't played on it, maybe you should. It's kind of an interesting map. I'll have to wait for my textures to load here because they're being slow for some reason. But it's an interesting map. It was community developed. It was made by I think eight or so different people, and probably does need a little bit more work to adjust the lights. I know Samus was messing around with lights in it to just sort of change the atmosphere. Because at the moment it has pretty flat lighting. I mean, sure, okay. Whoops, as I hit the wrong button there. It has pretty flat lighting, as you can see, at least comparatively. It doesn't have the like quite as much nice detail lighting like some of the other maps do. I am on highlighting at this point, and you would expect this kind of setup from lower NSL lights, which obviously are as low as humanly possible. And so it needs maybe a little bit more touch up on just a few things, and who knows, maybe it'll look a lot better. As I said, it was sort of Frankenstein together by 8 or so different community mappers, I believe. I'll quit flying around now because it's probably kind of annoying. I think that's pretty awesome. As I said, it is favored more by a lot of the competitive players rather than the pub community. And just in case there are people who play pubs but not competitive games, if you are interested in doing stuff more competitively, aka 6v6 stuff, even if you aren't going to do actual NSL seasons or Oz NS season stuff, I don't know how the Aussie gathers work, but I'm sure they have some, or pugs, whatever. But on the NSL website, there are gathers there. That's the nsl.org. There's pugs. If you search around enough, you will find the Reddit pug Steam group, and that would be your place to start for those. Gathers seem to be more European based, and pugs are more North American, but you can play in whatever one, obviously, if there are people around to play. And it's fun, except for when it's disasters, but I think that's the case all the time. It's either fun or it's a complete disaster, and you have no idea what the heck it's going to be until they pick teams and see how it goes. But hey, it's still in some cases, I'm assuming most people would agree, better than pubs because it has that organization that I think really makes the game shine. Because it isn't just a bunch of people going around and killing stuff. It has tactics. Sure, they aren't always the best tactics, but they're tactics nonetheless. And we'll see. It just makes things much more interesting. Is this one NSL zombie? Okay, it's just the normal one. So obviously we are missing. Are we missing a radical person? Yep, we are missing a radical person still, but it looks like all of Cheesecake is here. Same roster for them. Looks like so far same listing for radical as well. So we're just waiting on whoever the heck I'm missing here, because I am really bad at names apparently. Who am I missing? Nexon, which I believe is their comm. So Nexon needs to join up, and then we will be ready to go. I think Zoloka just fell down the pit over there, maybe? Where's that nice little pit there? But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how games go on Zombie. As I said, I think that Zombie has the potential to make... If they don't... Assuming they don't lock down Oxy immediately as Marines, it has some potential for some very interesting games. It is a fairly large map. It is a fairly complex map. It does not... Can I merc for them? Alright, so Nexon did join up now. A little bit slow there. His computer probably... Maybe he doesn't have it on an SSD or something. But yeah, assuming they don't immediately lock down... as long as the Marines don't immediately lock down Oxy, then I think that it should be a good set of games. Or a good game, good set of games. It all depends on whether RadicaL is able to pull something off here and win. Their last chance here, at least at this point. Any losses from here end it for them for the playoffs. And then Cheesecake will move forward to fight. I'm actually not sure. I'd have to take a look at the how the thing's set up. They might be fighting Elfir. How to bracket. I'll tab a moment here to take a quick look. Div 2. Looks like they'll probably... No. I'm not sure. They're either going to be fighting Elfir or I think they actually had a forfeit for one of those games today. Vexta versus whoever the heck they were fighting. I think Vexta might have forfeited that. So I don't know. We'll see how the brackets look after this. Anyway, we're going into round 3 here. Had 2 for Cheesecake. Alright, round 2. Obviously in wherever the heck the server's located. Somewhere in Europe. We got a pipe start up there for RadicaL. So good luck, guys. Let's see if we can get a couple of wins here in a row for RadicaL. Drag this all out more and have some really fun games. We got Boom and Blue moving towards Gravity at this point. It looks like we're gonna have Levsteel over there to meet them, with Swalt coming in right around the corner. Levsteel is really low, so he's just going to be able to get picked off if somebody lands some pistol hits on him. But they have 3 over there in pipe, so there's nobody over on the right side of the map, as you can see, aside from 1 Marine. So definitely a good choice to only send 1 there. Anyway, there goes Levsteel. Shift Hive for this, which is a little bit different. I know most teams usually like doing Crag. Because, well, regen is pretty powerful in the comp mod. It's like Total's just gonna hang out there and watch. Blue and Boom just kind of waiting. A lot of just waiting around, but it looks like Swalk may get... Nope. He's going to get around the box before anybody's able to do something, and there's nobody in here over here on repairs. But Kenny may be able to back up and pick him off. I mean, he should know that he's there. He's just hiding in the little pit over to the side. He looked. Maybe he thought he went through the vent. If so, very good hiding there from Swalk. Zoloko is doomed. I'm just going to say that right now, unless he is completely magical, considering he's at low health and there are 2 skulks there, and 1 behind him. He is just freaking doomed. Goodbye. Okay, there he is. He was doomed. Mikan was able to clear off Swalk over there, and then we'll move forward. It looks like County moved up to Baywing, and Sky Ice is going to move right in here to base to see what's up. But since they do have a spawner, obviously that is just not going to be particularly good for 1 skulk to engage. Over here, we're having a lot of stuff in this sort of security vicinity. Mikan and Connie are over there together, and it looks like Levsteel is going to run into Boom and Blue, who are over towards Oxy. Sky Ice is also still alive right around the corner, but I think Boom... Oh, nope, maybe didn't know he was there, but they were able to take him out. Swalk is over behind him again, and there is... Oh, there was Muad'Dib getting picked off. Looks like Total is going to go through the vent there, potentially. Or just wait around, change his mind. RadicaL, or Levsteel is over there, also now ducking into the vent. Boom and Blue moving up now towards organ donation. Where here comes all of the skulks, like, pretty much on the map. Every skulk is here, except for 1. It's like even the comms out of the chair. Just, they're going to melt them and call it good. Swalk was over here on the other side of the map harassing RTs. He did get chipped down to about half health, while County is chasing him down as he goes through trash ejection. He's going to go over towards Gravity, meet up with Sky Ice, and they're just going to go and try and bite down that RT before anything happens. But we do have, up here in Oxy, we have Mikan. Power has been dropped, and it's not built at all, though, so that isn't really a problem. Cheesecake is up to 4 RTs versus RadicaL's 3. There's been 2 extractors taken down at this point, but not too bad. I can't quite get these both on one screen, but it looks like Boom went down and Mikan was able to kill the skulk he was fighting. Net 0 of, or net kill thingy of 0. 1 of each team. Blue's just waiting around the corner. I'm assuming for somebody to come and back him up, maybe? Or he's waiting for the skulk to get the heck out, but the skulk is going to run into Zoloko. That'd be Muad'Dib. Blue's going to move up now and start desisting that harvester, but since Muad'Dib is going to be joined here by Sky Ice the Lurk, and on the other side, Swalk the Lurk, he is going to go and die. He's going to get, who was that? Swalk down to about half health, but they're close enough to the hive that shouldn't be a problem for him to go and heal. Armor 1 and Weapons 1 are both up at this point. County's going to go down here over in Oxy. May end up getting a crag. Yep, I think that is a crag being dropped, so they will get that built up and have a nice little healing station there, along with saving that RT. Gonna lose the Baywing extractor down here. Looks like also the one down in supply lines. Well, we just lost Swalk over there. He maybe overextended a little bit. Who was that? That was Boom over there getting some good shots. I know he did go low in that first engagement already, so it could be that fact that they... I don't know. I was going to say that they have Carapace or whatever, but they don't. Or they don't have Carapace, but they don't have that. They wouldn't have that yet anyway. They still only have 1 res. So that was not good for RadicaL. This may end up going in Cheesecake's favor after that loss, unless they are able to really group up and just clear this and really just punish Cheesecake for anything they happen to do wrong. This guy's getting down to about half health. He better get out of there because... Oh, never mind. Levsteel took care of that Marine. Looks like they also just lost the organ donation while that was all going on in Oxy. Skyus is still down at half health, did not go back to heal, was going to go poke at them, but there are 2 Marines there, and there's just 1 right around the corner. So Cheesecake is keeping all their Marines like up in RadicaL's face. Muad'Dib getting chipped down. We'll probably run into Mikan here in whatever the heck that room is shipping. Shotguns have been started. Phase Tech just finished. So we'd probably be seeing a rather aggressive gate here once they have the res to put down 2 of them. They do have 5 RTs for Cheesecake, so that should be relatively quickly. This guy still didn't quite heal up, so if he approaches that wrong, he's just going to get his wings ripped off by LMG fire. Looks like they may go for a gate there in Oregon, which, as I said, is would be the aggressive gate that they'd be probably trying to aim for. It's obviously right outside their hive, and thus it would be pretty dang good if they're able to take that and hold it. However, all of the skulks have escaped to the lower part of the map, along with the lurk. So the thing is that Mikan, though, has a shotgun, so Skies is going to have to get the heck out, because he is the life form. Boom here getting taken down over in Oxy. Let me actually respond to a message real quick. While you guys are able to look at that while I am responding. Anyway, what we've got going here is obviously the gate is up in Oregon as was predicted. That will be a good gate for them to hold if they're able to hold it. It will keep them, give them a very good launching point into pipe. Meekin there with the shotgun. This guy is still the sole life form here. 31 res for some of them though, but they are on 4 RTs. Just kidding. They spread across the top part of the map, and I'm just lagging behind because I'm trying to respond to stuff. We got Blue and Loco already pushing into the hive. They do have RadicaL does have 50 res, so they can drop another hive. There is nobody on the right side of the map. They could drop another hive somewhere, which they may want to do and just start that going just in case. As long as they're able to keep the Marines busy over here, they could get a somewhat sneaky hive and maybe get that up before anybody, you know, really notices and recaps. They have assisted all the way down to even down here in repairs, as you can see. So they have a good chunk. It isn't hopelessly lost, and if they are able to go through and clear out more of these shotguns and just rip their Cheesecakes P-res out of their hands, they will be doing good. Had somebody down here in base damaged, it looks like, maybe? I don't know. Didn't look like there were any corpses down there, so maybe it was just backing through the phase gate while injured or something. Looks like they're working on the gravity RT. Blue's over there. Swalk is going to come around the corner, maybe get a parasite here before anything bad happens. Not quite. Doesn't quite have enough energy, maybe, to... He just kept missing his parasite there, so he was not able to get that parasite and did end up dying. The RT there is down to about half, but... whatever. It's an RT. Those are easy to replace. They did get the one back up in supply, it looks like. Yep, it was built. Wadib heard somebody coming, but it looks like Boom is going to go towards gravity instead, and maybe they're going to go for... Yep, there's the gravity gate, so they have a backup gate there. Still no hive drop. They still have quite a bit of res. So it looks like there is the fade. That would be Levsteel, who is up at the moment, and the other one would be Total, who is somewhere. It looks like they're going to go converge on gravity. Boom is there with a shotgun, and that is kind of a little fussy little corner, so... But here comes Blue right around that corner. There are a lot of... Whoa! RadicaL's fade, which should be one of the fades, just went down there. Like, just getting melted around the corner. And it looks like Levsteel might end up doing similarly. If he stays too long in there, he's out of energy, and he may go down, but he's able to duck around a wall at just the last moment. They almost just lost their entire game right there. It's still not exactly the greatest, but... Levsteel just better be careful and just blink through everywhere and get the heck out. Back to the hive. Up to 47 res again. They could drop a hive. I'm not quite sure why we haven't seen another hive, or why we have not seen Metabolize at all from RadicaL. I mean, I know that a lot of fades rather like Metabolize, or at least that seemed to be the opinion that I get. I do not play fade, so I don't know exactly how useful it is to them, but, you know, get anything that gives you energy back is generally good. But we got Boom and Zloke over here. There's Levsteel poking his head around the corner and backing up through security because, well, a shotgun and an LMG, and they aren't exactly horrible shots. So they did drop the RT down here in repair, which will definitely do a good job of delaying, and Blue will have to waste a lot of shotgun shells there to take him down. Connie is down to under half health and just gets rolled over by Levsteel. They're all pretty much all the aliens there on the gate, and that gate will be toast. However, guess what? They're just going to put up one in Oxy. So they traded the one in Oregon for the one in Oxy, which will cut their entire sys chain Looks like they have a drifter over there, so they may actually finally be planning to put down the hive there in, oh, there it goes. Lev Steel. Fade down. So Mud Deep's the only one left with res, and he's... Whoa, there goes Sky Eyes. This is only with weapons 1, armor 1. This is not like they have weapons 3 and cat packs. They just melted all of the life forms. They have no life forms. They could have Muad'Dib do something, but I don't know how good he is at anything. I'm assuming he's beyond, like, I'm assuming he's the Onos/Onos saver. So I don't know if he does any other life forms. They're gonna get an armory wall, maybe. Nope, they're not even gonna bother with an armory wall. They're just gonna go charging on through. Sky Ice actually had enough res to go back as Lurk, but that may end badly. He's at under half health at this point already. They're just gonna slowly pick off skulks, start picking off eggs, kill the crag, kill the spurs. They don't have enough. They don't have very many RTs though. They've done. Let's take a quick look at the res graph while they're running away. 11 RTs down of Cheesecakes. Oh, and they just lost the Oxygate while they were pushing in. That was bad, but they almost took down Sky Eyes. So this has not been quite as an easy game for Cheesecake as their round on Veil was. They've lost their gates. They had to rebuild the one there in Gravity, which will definitely allow them to reinforce the one there in Oxy, which probably will go back up once they have enough res. They don't have much capped at the moment, just Gravity and their main RT. It looks like they're getting waste up as well. So that just stopped existing as a place where they could have put a hive. They have 71 res though. What's going on with RadicaL? Why haven't they spent their res? They're getting charged. I don't know whether they're just not as familiar with the upgrades or something. I don't know. I'm still perplexed as to why we have not seen Metabolize. That just really perplexes me, because that's like, at least from what I have seen, has always been sort of a required. Fades are up, you must get Metabolized. It's like, when an Onos is up, you must get charged. But that has just not happened. There are assists all over the map, though. Over here, Blue is obviously working on that. But it's still gonna be... It's still 4 res until Muad'Dib is able to actually use charge. I mean, what's going on? I'm so confused. But they just have... Looks like... Oh. That's a nice little gate. Oh no, Zaloka probably heard that. Here comes all the life forms. They're just gonna go right for base, and they're gonna go melt something. Boom is back in the room. Fuglif gets out of the chair. Why did Fuglif get out of the chair? The Lurk is down. So they did melt everything, but I think that would have been a lot better if Fuglif had stayed in the chair and actually meted them. Whatever, not the end of the world. They still kept everything, so who cares? Boom's able to get his shotgun back up, and they're able to just get right back up on the field. Total's actually in the giant room under the pit there. Let's go through the floor. He's just down here for whatever reason. He's just like cruising along his little gorgy. Okay, but we gotta go up over here because we got 3 people moving in the hive right now. So while we were distracted by a silly gorge, we got Mikan, Boone, and Connie all here in the hive. Muad'Dib has 1 more tick until he'd be able to go on us. But there are 3 Marines in the hive. Even if they went and dropped a hive in EC, because that is their only basic option at this point. Which they do have 2 drifters there, so that might happen, but it's pretty much over at this point. Oh, Gravity? Why would you put a hive? There's Zaloka's right there. That's the gate. Why did you do that? RadicaL, please. Goodbye, hive. You lived a very short life. This one here in pipe is going to go down. And the one there in Gravity is going to be... Oh, it's going to die first. I was going to say next. Oh, hey, there's Muad'Dib finally up as Onos, but he's able to kill just 1 dude, and that's it. So that'd be the 3rd round for Cheesecake. So that'd be 3-0 Cheesecake out of the best of 5. So that is Cheesecake moving on to the finals, and RadicaL, give it a good try. They had some good stuff there going in this round until that last few minutes, I think, mostly. Just, I don't know what was up with the some of the tech choices, but I don't know. They play how they play, I suppose. So good games from these guys. So good games from them. And let me take a look here and see if anything else has been scheduled. But that moves Cheesecake on, as I said. Who is it? It looks like the other game. Doot, doot, doot. Yeah, Vexta decided to forfeit the 2 hours later game, so it looks like the teams moving on to the semifinals are Table for Six, Elfir, who already had their match a while ago, Cheesecake, and 2 hours later. I have no idea how those are going to be arranged. I'm assuming that Zephyr will grace us with that information as soon as he is able to. And that will be that. Let's take a look at some of the other pages. We still have, it looks like, 2 Div 3 playoff matches to go for quarterfinals. And Div 4 is up to their semifinals at some point. Div 1, we have on Monday the 9th, will be Singularity versus Narcolepsy. Golden will be casting that one, so keep an eye out there for that game. Obviously, where's the calendar? Tomorrow we will be having Legendary Snails versus Godar on the main NS2 channel at at basically noon Pacific. What time is that CEST? Doot, doot, doot. 21 CEST if I am doing the math right. It looks like that will be casted by Wasabi and Golden. So check that out. And the other final week 10 game will be Titus versus Imagine, which will be on Sunday, June 8th at 3 p.m. Eastern or 21 CEST. So same time, just next week. That will be casted by Ren, and I will be co-casting that one unless something crazy happens. So that'll be fun. And so I will see you guys over there when that happens. Other than that, keep an eye on the ENSL website, and as the rest of the semifinals and such end up getting scheduled, those should appear on the ENSL website. But I think, other than, as I said, that game Monday, that is it for this weekend. All the matches have been done. If you did not catch one of the games, I'm sure you can go back and check out the VODs for the various streams. I'm hoping that this time my dashboard will not freak out, and I can go back and make sure that this is saved, because I don't know, it was acting funny before the stream started, so I'm gonna have to check that out, but that's a whole different thing. Anyway, thank you for watching, everyone. Go check out the other, I hope you guys are able to go and check out the other games that went on today. Stuff. See you all later. Thanks for watching.